The world is a cruel mistress. Fortune is fleeting, and no matter how well a job is done, the one thing you can count on is for somebody to stab you in the back. Addiction, betrayal, failure, and madness. Each hardship brings you closer to a dead-end town out at the ass end of the world. Whatever you wanted, whatever you needed, you're not finding it here. This town isn't anyone's first place to start their journey. Joker's Bend is usually where the story ends. Big Blind. The only saloon worth a damn and the final stop before an endless expanse of desert. Tonight a poker game has taken place. 5 folk gathered around a table playing cards with coin they can't afford to lose. The pale glow of candlelight suffuses throughout the saloon. A dwarven bartender absent-mindedly cleans glasses that were once filled with brackish, vile ale, and prepares to ready more drinks for the table as they so choose. Shifting his eyes from player to player, sipping from a glass of elven wine, holding a bad hand isn't new to him. It's all about the bluff. Billy, tell us a little bit about Gustav, our gunslinger.
Gustav de Sartre is a human gunslinger, high roller. He was once respected as one of the best when he went to those shooting competitions in the big city. He had a successful horse coach business that was passed down to him, but a bout of really terrible gambling decisions led to him escaping his troubles all the way to Joker's Bend. He looks French. Beret and everything.
Throwing back beer after beer, dwarven lager after dwarven lager, seeing his cards through drunken waves of reverie. 10. Tell us a little bit about Barius, our paladin.
Barius is a bronze dragonborn paladin. He's sworn an oath of revelry, basically just a party paladin. He abides by the doctrine of the Codicus Brodicus. Hey man, it's what it says in the book. He used to work as a mercenary, did a lot of just bodyguard stuff, and his religious, he's a fan of drinking, partying, all the fun things in life. Had him fuck up a job, he gets run out of town, and now is trying to get a fresh start here in Joker's Bend.
Drinking the cheapest hooch they have to offer, with a tattered label that only says, "Real Drink Good." His bald head reflecting from the light of the candles and illuminating his cards with new possibilities. Cameron, tell us about Orm, our monk.
Orm the Hammer Gunag. He was a circus strongman, lifting weights and, entertaining people with his feats of strength. But that didn't pay very well. So, with each new town that they visited as a circus, he would take up jobs as hired muscle. And that's where he learned the skills and the way of the street as it was. But unfortunately, a job went wrong and he was framed for the murder of the circus ringleader. So now he's on the run in Joker's Bend. It's his last resort, and he's just hiding out from the law.
Asking for only a glass of water that had been stored near whiskey, but he swears that it will still kick him back out of his socks. Echoes of the future whispering possibilities into a mind racked with choices. Mandy, tell us about Syndro, our warlock.
Syndro was an elf who worked for the city, and he was very interested in construction, particularly adhesives. Except, turns out brick and mortar is pretty easy to do as far as the materials go, and he hasn't been able to find a new mortar, so, trying to make a deal with himself from the future, in an unholy pact, he has tried to find out what his future self knew about adhesives, but his future self also did not find a better adhesive. So now he searches the land, trying to find riches to go back into his research and become even richer, making the perfect mortar for brick.
I guess you could say he's stuck in Joker's Bend.
You could definitely say he's looking for brick and mortar. I want to hit you over the head with a cannon. I really do.
He's bricked up.
Finally, we come to the last player at the table. As the night is worn on, gold, silver, and copper has moved from player to player and pot to pot, but for poor Abernathy Gabblegoose, his luck just keeps running bad. While everyone else has been striking gold left and right, he's been hitting straight dookie, running a premium mining operation out of the poop mines. Abernathy is a gnome who wears purple goggles around his eyes, his hair a crazy shock of blonde, and his outfit an old ratty purple wizard robe. His eyes throughout the night have begun to take on an almost crazed look. Next to him, all curled up, is a dog-sized snake with bullets for a body and a pistol for a head. Some kind of small caliber cobra. As you've all been around this table for quite a bit throughout the night, all the other patrons in the saloon have left, leaving you with the bartender and Abernathy. I'd like you all to roll for your poker performance. We'll see how well you've been doing, but I do want Billy, since you are a high roller, I would like you to roll
Fucking yes.
with advantage. A d20 for me, please.
Oh, I roll with advantage. Lucky little bastard I am.
You know what? Also, Mandy, roll for advantage. Your future self has been whispering to you about the cards.
I rolled a 19.
I roll a 17.
I also rolled a 17.
I rolled a 9.
Gustav takes a gold piece and throws it in the pot. I raise.
Gustav, Barrios, and Sindro have all been doing great throughout the night. They have a pile of gold in between them. Orm, you haven't been doing terrible. You've been doing better than Abernathy, but they have kind of started to rip apart your meager funds from what you've had left. Looks like you're going to be in for a lot of real drink good.
Abernathy, you've been playing a bit of poo-poo today, eh? A bit of a shit boy you are.
you know, I've been trying, man. I've been trying my best. Luck just hasn't been on my side tonight, you know?
Not trying enough, not trying enough.
Luck won't be on your side for a long time. I mean, I'm winning.
No, I mean, all of you have been doing pretty good. I mean, Orm, buddy, you know, I don't know much about you, but you haven't been doing the best. But even you're doing better than me. So, you know, I'm trying my best here. I just, you guys have such good cards. Jeez, Louise, your cards are just kind of incredible, not gonna lie. Is it getting hot in here?
Abernathy, maybe you give me your cards, and I might play a little better than you, huh?
Would you like to roll something for that? Intimidation or deception or persuasion?
Yeah.
Wait, you're actually asking, like, give me your cards. Let's switch. What is this, fucking Uno?
I rolled a 4 for persuasion.
No, I you know, I'm hopeful depending on what we draw from the next deck. Maybe I'll get like a pair or something, or a 2 pair, or 3 of a kind. You know, you never really know. I'm just kind of hoping, you know.
Yes, I see. You're very comfortable losing gold.
He is definitely, you can tell, he is very much distraught. A main amount of the gold that has changed hands tonight has been his. He has lost a lot of money.
How much is a small caliber cobra going these days?
My dog? Cheese? No, no. He's not a dog. Well, he's attached directly to me. You see, I animated him, and now he follows me, and I couldn't give you. He's bound to me. I couldn't sell him to you or give him to you.
All right, show your cards, everybody.
Playing your hands, you all play pretty well, except for Abernathy, who has absolutely nothing. Let me get another roll for this hand, just to see kind of where we're at. I'll just, you know, poker, be like 2 pair. I play Balatro, so like that's
Oh, you know the poker hands.
You know the cards.
yeah, 2 pair, 3 of a kind, 8 of a kind, all that.
Yeah, that's what we're playing right now, actually.
It's just Balatro. The numbers are going crazy.
I rolled a 3.
Ooh, yeah, you have nothing. You are also right there in this shit, right next to Abernathy.
I rolled an 8.
You have a pair.
I roll a 20.
Yeah, you have a royal flush.
A little bit of a royal flush. Little shit boy, I flush you, huh?
Yeah, you have fully taken the pot.
I roll 18.
Mandy, Sindro gives it an effective try, but yeah, it looks like Gustav has won the pot.
Not good enough, Monsieur Sindro. Come on, give it to me. Give me that pot.
This can't be right. Wait, I saw my calculations said that this game should have been mine. The probability of you winning this hand is absolutely astronomical. Perhaps you are having more than just good luck tonight, sir.
I'm having a bit of wine.
Sindra will see.
While they're arguing, I want to attempt to steal some gold from the middle.
They all see you. You rolled a 3 for
rolled
sleight
a-
of hand.
Hey! Not cool, man.
I take my revolver out and I point it at him. What do you think you're doing?
I put too many in for my hand. I didn't mean to.
Listen here, suckers boy. Put it back.
The money's on the table. The money's on the table.
It's not on the table. It's in my pockets. I won this fair and square.
I flick the coin back into the middle.
From the back of the bar, you hear the bartender while he's cleaning glasses. Hey, you fellers! Why don't you calm down a little bit over there?
Sorry, sir. Just little bit of fun while we're playing.
Bring me more wine.
I'll get it. You got the coin, I'll keep the drink a-flowing.
I feel like I'm in the infinite coin machine here.
The coin will keep going when Sindro collects all at this table.
Why is this motherfucker talking in third person?
Well, sometimes I must say myself, because when I look back, I'm not stupid. You're stupid, but I'm you. Let's play another hand.
Mandy, you hear your future self echoing from the future into the past, and they say, yeah, you should definitely go all in on this one.
I'm going all in on this hand. I've got a good feeling about it.
All in, I can respect that.
I'll call.
Yeah, I call. I put all my my earnings that I just won in.
You should have distance and folded.
You should fold that mouth of yours into a little. Shut the fuck up.
I rolled.
Nice.
Oh, no.
7.
12.
I rolled a 19.
Didn't look at my cards yet. 7-2 offsuit. I just let it rip.
No. I want. Let me see. Mandy, what did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
9? Okay. So Orm does take the pot on this one. However, I will say 10, when you look at your cards, they have all turned to jokers.
Hey!
Your entire hand, jokers.
Oh, merde.
What kind of deck are we using here?
You're right, Sindro. Should have gone all in.
How could this be?
Orm, you take the pot. Abernathy is looking more and more absolutely he's just looking like he's white as a sheet. While you are arguing over the pot, he just says, I'm gonna, excuse myself to the restroom. Come along, Cheese. I'll be back, don't worry. I'll be back.
Gabblegoose. Gabblegoose. You do this, and I'm gonna throw the jokers on the table.
No. It's I don't know what's wrong with these cards. Here, and he grabs the cards. I'll go get another deck from the back room when I come back. I'll take care of it. Okay, just you all just chill.
Have we been using his deck of cards since the beginning?
No, you've been using the bar's deck.
The bar's deck.
I'll go get a new deck of cards. I'll go talk to the bartender and get a new deck of cards. You guys just it's my money. I guess I'll just you just keep taking it. It's fine.
It's like the Monopoly board at your friend's house where a bunch of cards are missing and fucked up. The bar cards are no good.
Yeah, it's like the community bar cards, yeah. So Gabblegoose, he is going to pop off out to the outhouse outside. He's going to take Cheese with him. And then now it is just y'all sitting around the table.
How disappointing.
Who puts jokers in a poker deck?
This joke is a deck. This is why I lost my hand. Otherwise, victory should have been mine.
Isn't it a game of chance?
There is no chance when you have the mind of Syndro.
Only a food thinks that.
I mean, it's not chance. 5 Why is there 5 jokers? There's only supposed to be 2 to a deck. That's setting me up for something.
There's no such thing as chance.
What? Of course it's chance. Except when you're Syndro.
The bartender, ready with drinks, begins to set out some wine for Gustav. Y'all didn't want anything else?
A new deck of cards. They're shit.
I will take more wine.
I'll see about that. Yeah, here, let me top you up on wine. He tops you up on fresh red elven wine.
Ooh, elven too.
Oh, that's the fancy stuff. You know it's good when it's elven wine.
I am elven.
What's the region?
Oh, this is from the Twisted Spire. Very, very nice vintage. I got a couple of bottles in just in case, because, this is the last stop before the Great Wasteland. So every once in a while, I have a trader come back through here and we get a couple bottles in.
I see. Very good.
Barkeep, could I get a ale, 3 shots of whiskey?
Yeah, coming right up. You want, let me ask you real quick. You want Dragonborn whiskey, Dwarven whiskey, or you want the hard stuff?
Let's just do 1 of each.
That sounds good. I'll get you set right up. Everybody else good? Looking good?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Gustav, you would like to take a little side bet with me?
I can never say no to a side bet.
I bet I can balance that drink on my head while I'm standing on one leg and I'm doing a little spin. 3 gold pieces.
3 gold pieces?
I mean, look how big I am. Surely I'm not that athletic.
You do look like a big balloon.
Then you should accept the challenge.
I will accept the challenge. All right. Let's see you do it, suckers boy.
Before this happens, I want also, Mandy, your future self does whisper beyond the pale once again. Yeah, you should probably take that bet too. You should get in on some of that action. I bet that's gonna pay off real nice.
Better not betray me again. You know what? I will also enter the challenge.
Perfect. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna stand on my chair, I'm gonna put the glass of wine on top of my bald head, and it kind of suctions on a little bit because of it's like the perfect shape. And then I'll roll acrobatics, see if this works.
Can I trip him?
23 on acrobatics.
You do it perfectly.
Wait. Is there a way that I can sabotage him?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand? Okay, I'm gonna try to just trip him.
Just kick the chair from under me or something?
Not kick it so that you can see obviously what I did, but just a little bit of a toom. I rolled a 17 on sleight of hand
Okay.
to sabotage him.
As Orm is performing his circus trick, he's perfectly balancing the glass. You attempt to trip him, but he deftly avoids it, jumping over your leg, seeing it, and then giving you a tut-tut-tut with his finger as he's still deftly just balancing this glass perfectly upon his head.
Oops.
That's another 3 gold pieces, Gustav.
Did I do that?
Why did you... Oh my God! It's
Just
French
Urkeling it.
Urkel. It's Urkel.
It's the Frurkle.
It's Urkel. French
Urkel.
Urkel.
Oops. Did I do that? Merde.
Another 3 gold pieces says I could shuffle those cards while I'm doing this.
There's no more cards. Abernathy took the cards as you were.
Yeah, he took
God
the
damn
You
it.
take the cards, yeah.
He took the cards? Alright, never mind.
a circus clown and blind.
Syndro, you hear your future voice once again. You know, that bet wasn't a good one, but guarantee you this one. I have a distinct memory. You should bet them. You should make them bet on something. I bet you got a trick you can pull that they wouldn't believe. I believe, like, you got this. I believe in you 100%.
I have a challenge of my own. I bet I can make this card in my hand catch on fire without any matches.
You're just going to use magic.
I bet I could catch it on fire without any matches.
You're going to use magic. You're. Why would we bet on this?
Why do you think I'm magic?
He raises a good point.
I say, billowing my cape at him.
Just the whole elf thing.
I worked in construction.
Elf thing?
What do you mean, well thing? What do you mean the elf thing?
You're an elf.
I get down off the chair and I'm staring sternly at Gustav. What do you mean, elf thing?
He's an elf? Are you blind? You are actually blind. Are you blind?
Oh, it's this kind of bar.
I'm gonna shuffle my chair away from Gustav.
Just separate yourself entirely.
He's an orc. Why is he acting this way?
Your mother didn't treat you right as a child. Should have slapped you with mage hand like mine did.
At that moment, you just hear your future self. Ma. I remember Ma. Sweet, sweet Ma. You know, we always hated her.
Yes, mother was terrible, and it's a shame that she would tape us up in the basement. But Syndro learned in the basement. Wait, we're still playing the challenge. I can light a card on fire without any matches.
This is not working.
Hey, Syndro, I bet that you could light that card on fire without any matches.
I would too.
I will accept this bet.
I wouldn't take that. No, I'm not taking this. There's no bet for that. No bet.
I don't know who's betting anymore.
Where's Gabblegoose? Where's the cards?
As this is happening, yeah, Gabblegoose is going to come back in. He's going to rejoin the table with a fresh deck of cards.
Little shit boy is back.
Yeah, no, I'm back. I got a new set of
You
cards.
had the big poopy?
Yeah, it was just a supply room right next to the outhouse outside, so I just grabbed those, and now, why don't we play another hand?
Gabblegoose,
Yeah?
you okay if I check the deck first, real quick?
Yeah, no problem.
I just wanna
It's
see, yeah.
It's just a normal deck of cards, yeah.
Do I have to roll something to flip through it, or is it just normal, as far as I can tell?
You would roll Arcana.
Roll Arcana.
If you are investigating it for trickery,
I'm investigating it for trickery. Those 5 jokers really got me on edge now with these cards.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
13 on my Arcana.
you believe that they're just a normal deck of cards.
All right.
Yeah, no, this is a new set. I don't know what was wrong with the other set, so I just put it back in the supply room because, like, you know, Joker's banned Jokers. I don't know what the deal is with that, so I just grabbed the new deck of cards while I was out back there, and yeah, I'm just ready to go ahead, ready to get her started again.
DM, is Abernathy Gabblegoose somebody who works here?
No, he is just a traveler, simply as all of you.
Why does he have access to the stock room?
That's a question to ask.
Shit boy, why do you have access to the stock room?
I come here every once in a while, and hi, Herbert. Hello, Abernathy. Yeah, I'm just kind of a regular here. I like to come through Joker's Bend. I stay here for, sometimes a little while. I like to do, just some research and training out on the wasteland. It's good for a guy like me.
Research. Fellow scholar. What kind of research?
I think, just the same as my snake, just a little bit of dabbling in animancy, magic artifacts, relics, that sort of thing. I usually apply my trade in magic relics. I make a good deal of coin, which you've taken a lot of, obviously.
The snake does research too?
No, the snake is a
creature made by my research. It doesn't really like think beyond what I.
How can research make creature?
Well, to see, it's a simple fact of if you understand the 7 tenets of thaumaturgy, as well as if you're familiar with any of the schools of animancy, you'll be able to really divine some interesting insights into that. You see, there's 3 stages to this whole thing. I can't really go into the whole theory or the theorem about it, but I mean, if you want some literature sometime, I can go back to my room later in the night, and then once we're kind of done here, I can try to get you some literature on the subject if you can read. Yes.
He's trying to romance you.
No. I have no proclivities of any kind.
Orm
Personally,
is staring straight through Gabblegoose, showing no sign of understanding any of the words that he's saying.
The only thaumaturgy I dabbled in was in golems, and even they were no good. I want to make walls, not make them alive.
Golems are really interesting. I've done some dissections on some mimics and some golems before. There's a couple of dungeons outside of the Twisted Spires that are really, you can pay an adventuring party and you can go in there, and then they can kind of like take care of some of the inner machinations, some of the traps and some of the designs and stuff. And I've gotten a little bit further in those, and every once in a while I just get a little piece here or there, and it just really helps out,
I suppose.
I had a golem work with the circus once. Really antisocial.
Yeah, you don't really meet a lot of the hyper-intelligent golems anymore. They're more ancient constructs. But if you ever do come across one, you could always send me a letter by post or through the mage mail even.
I mean, they are made for hard labor and logistics. It makes very little sense to give them feelings and thoughts. Not too many, at least.
I mean, every once in a while you may come across especially if you're a scholar like me, you may come across like an ancient construct. I once went to, it was a cafe, it was a very nice place. They had a golem waiter there, and he worked there, he was fully sentient, and he was a very nice fellow.
A golem waiter. How large was he?
He was about 6.5, 7 feet tall around there, pretty large, but the cafe was also pretty large since it was well within the city.
Interesting. It's not a task I would assign to a golem. You've been to strange places, Gabblegoose.
No, I've been all over, really. I've been to the Fiery Lakes. I've seen the Midas Plague, if you've heard about that. Terrible kind of thing that happens to people like that. But, I've been kind of all over, and, I like to come here because it's just one of my last stops before I start all over again.
Enough of the magic speak. It's time for you to part with the last of your gold, Gabblegoose.
Whew, yeah, Well, let's get her going here. Gabblegoose begins to deal out the cards and the hands. Let's get another poker roll, shall we?
Me when I use perception to make sure that nothing funny happened to the cards.
You would like to roll? Give me a perception roll.
I would like that because I'm starting to get suspicious of this Abernathy. I rolled a fucking 10.
You, through your perception, notice nothing about the cards that is different, except that they're a lot newer than the other cards from before, meaning that it's probably just a different deck from the storeroom, or maybe a nicer deck, maybe a freshly opened one.
Beautiful fresh cards.
I rolled a 13 for my hand.
I rolled a 15 for my poker roll.
I rolled a 16.
I rolled a nat 20.
Cool. As you roll, it looks like Mandy is going to win the hand with a flush. However, Abernathy puts down his hand, and it's a royal flush. Wow.
A royal flush.
Bad beat.
Wow, my luck. Oh my god. That's so crazy. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, man. You guys have been beating me all night, so, it's really nice to get a W here.
Hang on. Syndro being defeated in one hand is an anomaly, but 2 hands of this caliber is simply preposterous. I am going to try to roll intimidation to see if Gabblegoose will confess to cheating. It's a 16.
Okay, what do you say to Gabblegoose?
I believe you're cheating, sir. And if you do not reveal yourself, I will not burn the card, but burn you here where you stand.
No, I'm not cheating, and I would never cheat. My mama didn't raise no cheater. I don't know what you're talking about. We should just keep on, playing. You're being ridiculous.
Wait a second, are you cheating? Is he cheating?
No, I would never cheat. No, I raised an honest man, die an honest man. The saying.
You wouldn't be cheating, Gabblegoose.
Anyone raised by his mother can't turn out normal. I know this.
Gabblegoose begins to slowly start rocking a little back and forth.
I hate cheaters. I'm gonna grab the closest chair and throw it against the wall.
What the fuck?
Give me a strength check, yeah.
I rolled a 5.
You grab the chair and you throw it, and then it stops immediately in front of you. As you grab it, you kind of flub a little bit, like you almost get like a muscle spasm, and then you just drop it like a cramp.
I hate cheaters!
When you said it stops in front of you, I was like, oh, it just floats in front of your face.
It's like you grab it and you don't let go of it, so you kind of just drop it, like it doesn't even hit.
Kenny Peckett did it.
Can I use my insight to insight if bro is
Absolutely,
being a little...
you could use insight.
Is bro being weird? Am I crazy or is bro being weird? I rolled an 8.
Nah, you think this is totally normal? You think he's just a wimp?
This is normal for Abernathy.
I was gonna fucking get Zone of Truth and I didn't.
In a gambling D&D campaign, bro did not get truth.
I didn't get Zone of Truth.
Foolish.
I am foolish.
No, I mean, there's no cheating. I 100% promise. Why don't we play another hand? You know, what's it gonna hurt? You guys have beat me all night. I get 1 in the last like 4 or 5 hours of playing. You know, I get 1, and you guys are immediately suspicious. What the heck?
He does make a pretty good point with that.
It is suspicious when it beats my hand when I have such insight on card games. But very well.
You've been playing like shit.
You do not have good luck, Gabblegoose. Why would it change now?
Well, maybe just a breath of fresh air did me well. I don't know, man. You guys have just taken so much of my money, and I'm at the point where I might not have funds to get back or funds to afford more lodging, and it's really important to me that I get that, you know?
I'm sipping my wine and literally not listening.
I'll accept it for now.
All right, so we're playing another hand.
Playing another hand.
Yeah.
I think so.
So let's go. Give me some 20 rolls.
13?
You got 2 pair,
I rolled a 16.
3 of a kind.
I roll a nat 20 again.
You got a flush.
What the fuck?
4.
You have all rolled, and it looks like Mandy will take it. However, Mandy has gotten a flush. Gabblegoose has gotten a royal flush.
Royal flush 2 times in a row.
Oh, I slam my hands on the table. This is an impossibility. How dare you try to insult me with these plays you think I'm...
Please don't yell. Please don't yell. Please don't yell. Please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me.
I know. Syndro knows too. We all know you are cheating.
Yeah, you should really push this guy, your future self says. You should really get up in this guy's face.
No wonder you're raised by your mother. You look like a worm, and you wriggle like a worm, and your mother was a worm, and your whole family should roll back into the mud where you crawled from.
Don't! Abernathy immediately stands up from the table. Don't say things about my... And finally, when he says this, purple lightning cracks out of his hands. Mother! The cards immediately float out of your hands. They're flung out of your hands. The deck of cards immediately starts pulsing. I want everybody who's holding onto their cards to roll a deck save real quick. Uh-oh! Which would not be Syndro, because Syndro did flip the table, so...
Yeah.
15.
12.
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay, all of you who failed, which is Barrius and Gustav, you have both failed. As the cards leave you, you can see little teeth on the edges of the cards. They bite you as they fly towards Abernathy. You take 2 points of damage.
Man.
Shit. What does his cards do?
They're little things.
The cards begin flying towards Abernathy, and they kind of swirl around him as he begins floating in the air with his small caliber cobra. He begins to float kind of around the bar, and then stops inevitably in front of Herbert. He says, "You have been cheating me. You've been ruining this night. You've taken all of my research funds, and I'm sick of it." Immediately, the cards begin swirling and changing and transforming, and suddenly you just hear a low rumble as they begin to take shape and begin to assume a form. In front of you, and in front of Abernathy Gabblegoose, the cards have formed the shape of a shark.
Oh my god. A card shark.
Thank you, that was pretty good.
How could there be a shark if there's no water?
Gustav looks at the audience and goes, "Do you get it?"
What the heck? Abernathy streaming with purple lightning. The lightning kind of cools down.
All right, fellas. It's about time I'm sick of your shit. I hope you're ready. Better ante up.
Yeah, hee-haw, partner! The Gunslinger class from Baldur's Spire of Secrets is now on D&D Beyond. You gotta try out the Gunslinger if you like scoring powerful critical hits and having an entire arsenal of guns at your disposal. The Gunslinger class comes with 6 new subclasses, a slew of gunslinging spells, and new feats, so you can shoot first, ask questions later, do as Gustav does. Plus, with its brand new lineup of firearms, you can turn any session into a shootout. And hey, all the other wild subclasses featured in this Western one-shot are also available on D&D Beyond in the Baldur's Spire of Secrets player pack. If you want to play a Street Fighter monk, a frat bro paladin, or a warlock whose patron is themselves, but from the future, pick up Valda's player pack on D&D Beyond. Your players will thank you. And now, back to the Tavern Brawl.
So, Syndro, it is your turn. The card truck has appeared. Abernathy and the small caliber Cobra are to the right and left of him, respectively. You are in your place in the tavern. What would you like to start us off with?
It's time to show that I could do that bet I had all along. And I cast Firebolt at the card shark. 24 to hit.
And then what is the damage going to be on that?
14 max damage.
Awesome. You fire at the card shark and it hits it immediately, setting some of the cards alight. It does quickly dissipate. The fire does quickly dissipate, but you have dealt it some damage.
There we go.
The card shark is just...
I told you I could burn a card. And no matches up these sleeves.
Nobody took that bet, by the way.
Shut up!
It was magic.
It wasn't magic.
And with that, the card shark, singed by the fire, will immediately begin to move. It floats in the air and then move towards Orm. Orm, what is your AC again?
My AC is 15. I can also use Deflect Attack against any bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage.
Okay, what does Deflect Attack do?
When an attack roll that includes this, I can reduce the total damage by 1d10 plus 9, and if I reduce it to 0, I can redirect the attack.
Okay, it is going to ready a bite. It is going to, with the teeth that are made of cards, it is going to try to bite and chomp down at you.
So 18, I reduce it by 18.
You would take 25 damage, but you reduce it by 18. It does not neutralize the attack, but you are only going to take 5, 6, 7, 7 damage. It chomps down onto your shoulder and just starts thrashing about on you for a little bit before letting go.
Ah! Get off me, foul beast.
Next up in the turn order is going to be Abernathy. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards Gustav, and then he is going to... he reaches into his bag, rooting around for a little bit before coming out with a handful of bullets. He blows on the bullets and then throws them towards Gustav. The bullets mid-air turn into bugs. Wings pop out of the back of the shells and they fly towards you.
Can I mention that before the fight started, Gustav was turned around and trying to steal from the pot in the middle of the table?
Okay, so I'm rolling with advantage. Awesome, thank you for telling me.
Yes. Give me inspiration, bro. Come on.
This is a spell, so this is going to be a dex save.
A dex save.
Yes.
I sneeze. 15.
15. Awesome. Takes it, makes it. Freaking sick, dude. Let me roll. So it would have been 8 damage, but since your dex save saved you, you're actually only going to take 4 damage. The bullet beetles, they fly out and attack you, and as they reach you, they turn back into bullets and then are set, becoming projectiles once again. A couple of the bullets graze you, but for the most part, you kind of almost Matrix-esque dodge and weave and mostly get out of harm's way, only taking the 4 damage. Next up, it's going to be the small caliber Cobra, who is going to move on top of the kind of piano booth next to the piano in the saloon. They're going to fire at Syndro with their bullet snake head.
Yes.
It does not hit. The bullet immediately, it passes over you. It just harmlessly hits the wall in the background.
Ha!
And then we are going to move on to Gustav's turn.
So Gustav runs past Barrius, right here next to the pool table, about 30 feet away, readies his revolver, and shoots Abernathy in the face. Maybe. Oh, I have advantage on initiative rolls. Whoopsie.
The turn order's already set, bud.
I know.
The web of fate.
I'm fucking fool.
The web of fate is already locked in, buddy.
I'm a fucking fraud and a moron.
Oh, you're fine. You're my sweet friend. Why don't you give us an attack roll, bud?
Here you go. I roll a 16 plus 2 to the attack roll because of my archery fighting style, and thus it makes an 18.
Gonna be a hit.
So for my damage, I'm going to expand a risk dice and use liar's dice, which makes it so that when I make a damage roll with a ranged weapon, I can use a risk die as a bonus action and declare it to be a hidden roll. Basically, we're just going to be playing liar's dice, you and me, DM. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna look at the damage that I've made. So I rolled 2d6. DM. Let me tell you something. I rolled 8 damage.
Okay, I believe you.
You believe me?
Yeah, so he just takes 8 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
In that moment, if I had called Billy's bluff and it was, in fact, 8, the damage would have been doubled. So,
Yeah, I believe you. I believe it's 8 damage.
I'm gonna take my extra attack then.
Do you get 2 hits with Gunslinger?
Yeah, I have extra attack.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You have the level 5 extra attack.
Also,
Yep.
because I have weapon mastery and I hit Abernathy, his speed is reduced by 10
Okay.
feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Andy.
I'm gonna shoot the boy again. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, baby, that's a crit.
Nat 20.
I
It's a
know
crit.
I just, dude. I know I just used liar's dice, but what if? What if I do a fucking? Ooh. Okay. Wait. This could be cracked. I'm gonna use. I know I just used fucking liar's dice, but I gotta use it again because if
Big hit.
this could lead to double damage or half damage. Oh, dude, do I do it? No, I said too much. I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll normally. It's a 15 to damage plus 3. So
18.
I hit 18 damage to Abernathy Gabblegoose. I also, because I hit a critical hit, I get gut shot, which makes it so that the projectile just gets stuck inside of him for 1 minute or until he replaces one of its attacks for dislodging the projectile, and his speed is halved.
Sick. You fire your gun at Abernathy, and then quickly you hit him in the shoulder, and then quickly you immediately like spin your barrel of your revolver around, and then fire again. This time you're looking a lot cooler on the second shot though. Like you've got like the heroic salute as you, and it immediately sinks into his gut, and he goes, "Oh!"
Damn.
And now that's going to be Orm. Your turn.
Orm? All right, sweet. Is the shark still bitten into my shoulder like he's just lodged there?
The shark basically bit down onto you, thrashed you around for a little bit, and then pulled back.
I remember my from the circus, someone was a marine biologist was telling me about sharks,
You're familiar.
and I remember what they told me to do if a shark was ever biting me. So I'm gonna try and like hit it as hard as I can on the nose with an unarmed strike. I rolled a 22 to hit. Does that hit?
That does in fact hit.
Okay, I'm gonna expend a focus point then to do a stunning strike. Once per turn, when you hit with a monk weapon or unarmed strike, you expend 1 focus point. Target must make a constitution saving throw and gotta beat a 12. On a successful save, the speed is halved, and the next attack roll made against it is advantage. And if you failed, you have it has a stunned condition.
There's a 21 beat a 12.
Lie? I'm calling lie. Wait, is that
Nope, I
how that
rolled a
works?
16. Constitution modifier on a giant shark is 21.
Damn. So its speed is halved.
Okay.
Everybody's speed is getting halved.
7.
7 damage. You reach up and you bop right on the nose. Just a
Okay.
bop, and it goes. It reels back a little bit. A couple of cards fall down.
I'm gonna expend another focus point to start my combo.
When you said a couple cards fall down, I was like, oh man, I wish you said like a couple cards fall down and make a royal flush on them.
They do fall down. They make a royal
With the
flush.
magic of editing, you could go back.
Lucky.
Orm hit confirming. He's hit confirming this.
So it's just 13 hit.
No, it does not.
Fuck! My combo ends.
He dropped.
I dropped.
Yeah, you whiff. You bop him on the nose immediately. You know, cards drop. They create a royal flush, and then you go for it again. You whiff completely on the second hit, though.
All right. For my bonus action, do flurry of blows. So I get 2 more unarmed. 26.
A 26 would hit. Yes.
Okay. And then that hits him for 12 damage.
You whiff your second attack, and then you go right into your flurry of blows, and you just pop, 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 dropping cards all along the way, creating different poker hands, a straight, another flush, 3 of a kind, even a 5 of a kind.
Oh my god.
That's a cheating.
One last hit then. 22.
It does hit.
And then that hits for 11.
I have a question, Mr. DM.
Yes.
What the fuck is the bartender doing?
Herbert has just, when the shark appeared, he's gone. He's either hiding behind the bar, or he's
Okay.
basically just out of here. Like
I thought he was just standing
Washing
there,
it.
just minding his own bit, just washing fucking glasses, like, oh, typical night.
This is Joe, but hey, Joker's End, you got a lot happening in Joker's End. This is almost normal for him. Marius, it is your turn.
Is there still alcohol on the table?
Yes.
Barius is gonna like get up, kind of look at Gabblegoose, look back at the table, grab whatever looks the strongest, and take a swig of it, and cast Hangover, which is a Valda spell.
Oh, I forgot you're a fucking frat
I'm
boy.
the party paladin, dude. I'm a frat paladin.
You know, I would have believed it more if you had like a fucking Kyle accent, like, fuck?
So I need Gabblegoose to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm surprised Barrios didn't fucking start and go like, so I've been online with this new cryptocurrency.
10 does a 13 beat it.
Meets it, beats it. He still takes damage. He's going to take 8 psychic damage.
Okay.
If he would have failed the save, he would have had the poison condition for the rest of, or until the end of my next turn. But since he passed, he just takes the 8 psychic.
Now, what does Hangover do? Basically, just do psychically like a hangover, essentially. Like he just immediately like.
It says that you emit a drunken aura that quickly washes away, leaving an intense hangover, and a creature that you choose has to make the Constitution saving throw.
You do that, and Abernathy just grips his head like, ah! And then he grips his gut like, ah! And then he grips his head again like, ah! And then he grips his shoulder like, ah!
His shoulder.
Party foul, man.
Because he got shot in the shoulder. You shot him twice.
Oh, I forgot I did that.
And I guess just because I have the bonus action, I'm going to use Draconic Flight. So now I just have a fly speed for the next 10 minutes.
Flying? What do you mean you're flying?
In 2024, Dragonborn can sprout wings once per long rest. Yeah, dude, they gave Dragonborns a fly speed in the new edition, and it's a bonus action.
Shit.
That's so.
So, just gonna pop that if I need it, I guess.
Drinking and flying? Holy shit.
Drinking and flying, dude, I can't walk straight. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm driving home. I don't think that can be in there for.
Gives you bravery.
Heroic inspiration?
It gives you inspiration. Drinking and driving gives you inspiration.
Oh, he's a frat bro.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm inspired to create a new NFT project.
Hey man, he's chaotic good. He would never.
It's gonna be called Meta Giantess.
Okay. Like how? I am going to run behind the pool table. I will sit here, and now I will cast as a bonus action, Recall.
Just like the idea of like Syndra going behind the pool table, sitting and being like, what has happened?
The area behind the table is not my spawn point, but I'm just placing this down here for now. At the end of another turn, I might utilize it. I might not. We'll see how things go. And now I will peek above and go, he's a little bit out there. The fire has not burnt him as much as I liked, but perhaps you will like, Acid Splash. I'll cast Acid Splash with the card shark.
Okay, is that a DC or is that an attack roll?
That's AoE, right?
5-foot sphere. I can just hit it in the middle of the card shark.
Wait, isn't that gonna hit Orm?
It might.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna fucking do a backflip.
Think about it this way. Does Syndro care for Orm?
Exactly.
And what is the DC that I have to beat?
It's a Dex.
Dex, okay.
It's a 14.
16.
Yep,
16 beats it. Okay.
So it's 11 damage, but doesn't take any extra.
Splash acid onto the shark. It eats away at some of the cards. You can see into the whirlwind of cards that make up the interior of the shark now.
What's in there?
Cards.
More cards?
I told you his hand had nothing.
lot more face cards than you would think. Like honestly, like you're worried how that many cards apparated from a deck of cards. Like it may have been some kind of deck of many things, just specifically cards. All right, moving on to the shark. Orm, you're right there, so it's gonna go for you, bud.
I assume it's gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna attempt to deflect the attack. Oh, that's not good. I can reduce any damage by 10.
It's going to be 16 damage, so you take 6 damage. It goes for another bite. It just chops down on you, grabs your other shoulder, your uninjured shoulder, and just... Abernathy is hungover, gut shot, slowed.
Having a good time.
But guess what's within 5 feet?
Uh-oh.
The shark. Abernathy is going to jump inside of the card shark. Abernathy is inside of the card shark, and as they jump in, they say, all bets are off! And the second they jump in, you begin hearing, think of like a Western hymn, basically, like they start just chanting something. After a second, what happens? A small caliber cobra pops out of the shark, like it has given. He has popped out a second. Another cobra has hit.
Not the towers.
Another cobra has spawned out of the shark, and that will end Abernathy's turn. They are still gutshot hungover, but they are now ensconced within the card shark, floating around. I like to imagine through the holes of the card shark. It kind of looks like Abernathy is in one of those big, like, fun, like, wind tunnels that you go to at like a theme park, where like he's wearing like a suit, and he's just sitting there. Whee!
Oh, awesome.
If I didn't hate you guys and want to kill you, this would be a lot of fun.
Okay.
It is now the next snake's turn. It is going to move up 1, 2, 3. It is going to move a little bit closer. It's going to fire at Barius. I'm going to make that roll. It misses. It whiffs completely. That was
Big whiff.
The bullet immediately like zooms over your head. It is 100% whiff. Gustav, it is your turn again.
Can I do something crazy? Can I do something fucking awesome? Listen up. Okay. What I want to do is Gustav is going to be really fucking wicked sick, right? He's going to go to the billiards table.
Yep.
Grab a ball, throw it in the air, shoot it, and then ricochet that bullet onto this fellar right here.
Okay, one of the small caliber cobras. Gotcha.
I can do it?
Yes.
I can do that?
Yeah. No, you're gonna be. So you're gonna be
Would that be
rolling.
performance or acrobatics? Or
See, that's what I'm trying to decide here: performance or acrobatics, or roll with disadvantage.
I wouldn't even say performance. I would say sleight of hand.
May I say I want to say performance because of the fact that Gustav was a showman when it came to shooting competitions. That's all I'm saying. So for him it's all a performance, and also there's no reason for him to do this.
I want you to roll a performance roll and then your attack roll.
So Gustav runs, grabs a billiard ball for no fucking reason, throws it in the air. I've got you in my sights, he says, and then
Just like video game.
Just like video game.
I roll performance. Bam! That's an 18 for performance, and then I use my inspiration.
Okay, roll 2d20s then for advantage.
Oh, thank fucking God,
Yeah.
because that's a crit, baby!
Oh my God.
I have a critical shot, which makes it so that if I hit a 19 or 20, it's a crit. And because I rolled a 19, I hit a crit.
Okay.
So... This is fucking insane, dude. This is so sick. All right, 4d6. I'm going to expend a liar's dice and also a risk dice because of that. I'm going to hide my damage from you.
Okay,
13.
I believe you.
You believe me? Mm-hmm. Should have lied. All right, so I rolled a 13, and that's the damage.
Okay, so you fire, you throw the billiard, the pool ball up into the air. It's an 8. It's a magic 8 ball. You fire directly at it. Your bullet, in a normal circumstance, you feel like the bullet would just go right through it. The bullet would get stuck in it and fall down. But somehow, through the mysticism of your awesome might, your bullet ricochets off of it, hits the gun snake, and does 7 damage.
What? What do you mean? What the fuck?
They are resistant to piercing damage.
Made of bullets.
They're made of bullets.
I only have piercing damage. Oh, well, I don't give a fuck. It's got gut shot and also it's slowed. So that means it gets the same thing where its speed is reduced by 10
How does
feet.
gut shot work when it doesn't have guts? That's my my DM question.
I must interfere. I cast Accelerate.
What?
Accelerate is a spell you can cast on reaction.
Oh.
Where if you see an attack roll hit a creature within 60 feet, you can accelerate or decelerate the attack. I will accelerate Gustav's shot. The damage is the same type, but the target takes an extra 2d6 damage.
Okay, why don't you roll that 2d6?
I rolled that?
I think Mandy Syndro would roll that.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I thought we were enemies.
An extra 5 damage.
Extra 5 damage. All right, awesome. As the bullet is traveling, only dudes like Gokus or whatever could see this. Basically, Syndro, you immediately pop up from behind
that
the
took
pool
me
table.
so long. I was like, what the fuck is Gokus?
Well, when they're fighting
Rothingy
the
Gokus.
tournaments, they're fighting so fast that normal people can't tell. Essentially, the bullet, as it travels, Syndro, you pop up and in slow-mo, you just go, accelerate, as Gustav throws the pool ball up, and your accelerate hits the bullet, and it just railguns into the Cobra, dealing an extra 5 damage on top of that. However, with gut shot, my only thing is these snakes are made entirely of bullets. So,
Okay.
with it being a bullet,
More bullets in it.
I will do the speed halved.
Okay, but not the disadvantage.
Not
on
the
attack
disadvantage,
rolls?
yeah, because it's made of bullets.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use my extra attack and I'm going to do the same thing. But this second billiard ball throw that I'm doing is going to hit the Abernathy card shark mecha.
Okay, it's gonna hit the card shark. Alrighty.
Yeah.
I rolled a 13 for performance. I roll a 10 for the attack roll.
You fire, you hit the small caliber Cobra. Syndro accelerates the bullet. It's awesome. Everybody's clapping. It's like, oh my God, I would only see this in like the crystal, like Wanted, like in the crystals.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like,
Yeah.
ooh, you're brimming with confidence. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Vim has entered your body, electrically charged. You grab another billiard ball and say, I'm gonna do it again. You throw the billiard ball up. This time it's a 7. You fire at it, it hits the billiard ball, and then just the billiard ball falls with the bullet still inside of it. I mean, the billiard ball speed is halved, but
But did it look cool?
the first time, yes. The second time, you kind of looked like a wimp.
Merde.
Okay, Orm, it is you again.
Me again. Okay, can I see Gabblegoose inside of the card shark?
Kind of, but the cards are moving so fast, you can make out flashes of him.
Okay, I want to punch through the card shark and attempt to grapple Gabblegoose.
Okay, that is going to be a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check?
Yes, because you're trying to steal him out of the card shark to grapple him.
22.
22. Okay. So you reach inside of the card shark and you grab him. You grab onto him. However, as you try to pull him out, the force of his magic also fights back. Well, it sucks you inside of the card shark.
I'm inside of the card shark?
So you are now also inside of the card shark alongside Abernathy.
Just
You have
punch
grabbed
him.
him. You are both basically in a giant wind
Punch
tunnel.
him.
But I am grappling him, right?
You are holding onto him, yes.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna start punching him.
Yeah.
These are gonna be with disadvantage because you are inside of a shark.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. 10 to hit.
Okay, you are holding on to him and you try to punch him and then whiff. He moves his head, kind of like Jim Carrey in The Mask.
Okay, time for flurry of blows.
Just getting so mad, I'm gonna punch you 1,000,000,000 times, buddy.
Does 11 hit?
11 does not hit. You go for a series of punches to his gut, and once again, he's moving like Mugiwara Luffy. He's just
Last chance. Oh, man. Yeah, 11 again.
yeah. It is. You are inside of a gigantic shark card homunculus. You are. All 3 of your hits. You are not used to this kind of like terrain. You're used to circus tactics, but
I'm, like,
you've never been
spinning
inside
around.
of a wind tunnel before.
Yeah.
You should have talked to those acrobats back at the circus, gotten a little training. You would have been a little bit better.
I never liked high wire.
Also, as you end your turn, you are inside of the card shark. The cards are going to rip at you. You're going
Am
to
I
take
not?
2.
But I'm holding Gabblegoose like close to me. Would they not also hit him?
No, they avoid him completely.
That's bullshit.
He's the magic man. He's emitting purple magic. He's purple
Fair
lightning guy. You're just gonna take 1 damage though.
I deflect the attack.
Heck yeah. You just card just.
Damn.
I redirect it.
True. You zeroed it. Yeah.
Doing 12 damage.
Okay, that'll deal damage to the card shark.
The cards, they like hit back into the other cards.
Yeah, they hit back into the other cards, and it's just a ricochet of cards in there. More cards drop to the floor, dropping a 6 of a kind. What the heck?
Oh my god.
All right, Barius, it is now your turn.
Barius picking up more liquor from the table, sauntering over towards the cobra. Gonna swish that alcohol around in his mouth a little bit and then do breath weapon fire in a 15-foot cone. So it's gonna hit the. I think that would catch Orm. Orm, you're fine.
I'm in the card shark. It's going to catch me.
If you are hitting the card shark, you are hitting Orm.
Okay, I need the small caliber cobra, Gabblegoose, the card shark, and Orm to all make a dex save, DC 13.
Well, actually, why don't I do it this way? Orm and Abernathy are inside of the shark. Why don't I just take the damage directly to the shark because it acts as armor anyway?
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Then, yeah.
okay.
Then just the cobra and the shark need to make DC 13.
DC 13, got it.
Hey man, I would have owned that dick save. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, it's fine. I put Abernathy in there to encapsulate him in the carcass of the card shark. So
Oh, dude, I'm rolling bad.
Damn, 3 from 2d10? That is unlucky. What the
Yeah.
hell?
let me see. The cobra fails. The shark passes, avoiding it deftly.
Okay, well, the cobra's gonna take 4 damage. The shark is only gonna take 2.
That's fire damage, right?
That is fire damage.
Okay, so the cobra's gonna take double damage, but I'm gonna need you to make a dex save.
Oh, oh, it's bullets.
You've just lit bullets on fire, buddy.
Yeah, whatever. That is a 16.
The cobra, as you singe it with fire, some of the bullets on the cobra, it does extra damage to it. However, some of the bullets fire off of the snake, avoiding you, luckily, but firing past you. Basically, if you had hair as a dragonborn, it would give you a twin mohawk.
Does the card shark get hit by those bullets?
It does not.
None whip through and hit Gabblegoose.
You know, why don't I make the card shark also do a save? I think that's fair. I think it should just be an AoE.
Yeah, surely. It's like
You
a
are
little
valid.
ball.
Yeah, okay, buddy, you metagaming here?
Great news. I can breathe fire 2 more times.
The card shark also avoids it. All the bullets pass harmlessly through it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, nice metagaming. I gotta do my double damage.
DM,
here.
that's not realistic.
DM, could you instead generate like a, I don't know, like a card shark that's hot or something? Like,
I think that card shark needs tits.
I zoned out for like 2 seconds, man. What the fuck? We're already putting breasts on sharks.
I know an artist on Jupiter.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith at first action and give Gustav +2 to his AC. I'll be kind.
The small caliber cobra in front of you, it is their turn. So they are going to, instead of firing at you with a ranged weapon, instead they are going to try to jump on you. They're going to attempt to constrict around you.
Okay, so just athletics.
Yes.
Gotcha. Please don't roll like dog shit. That is a natural 20, 26.
Perfect. It immediately tries to like sink itself around you, whiffs it completely. You basically just are like, no, and you smack it off.
Strike opposed too.
You're just like, oh yeah, dude, brother trying to come at me.
Oh,
brother,
yeah,
let me
brother.
tell you something. Oh yeah, I can't get me, brother. Oh yeah. Moving on, we're going to start back at the top of the turn order. Syndro, it is your turn once again.
Now, to make my move, I begin to move.
Oh.
I move 20 up. I have now stepped up next to Gustav.
Are you on top of the table there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to need an acrobatics or athletics check to jump on top of the table.
I roll acrobatics to leap on top of the table, and it's 6.
You attempt to valiantly jump on top of the table as you can hear your future self be like, I wouldn't do that if I were you, buddy. And then you smack into the edge of the table, and then you have fallen prone onto the ground.
Holy shit.
That didn't happen. I then finished casting the recall spell I posted last round.
Hell yeah.
So I now return to my position behind the pool table again. Nobody saw Syndro embarrass himself. You should have warned me earlier, Syndro.
I mean, I would, you get ideas like this all the time, and I'm just kind of reading the periodicals while you're up to this. So I just, I try my best, but I'm not 100% on some of this stuff.
Sindro, I'm looking at you. I saw.
Yeah, you didn't see because it never happened. I remember it. It didn't happen like that. This is embarrassing. I then ducked behind the pool table and cast Disguise Self to try and look like the bartender. I think I just cast that.
What the fuck is this? What are you doing?
It is me, the bartender. Syndro disappeared behind a cleverly placed secret hatch beneath this pool table. Look at that cod beast!
What is the bartender doing right now?
He's gone.
As you turn into the bar, I want you to know, as you turn to the bartender peeks out from around the corner of the bar and goes,
Oh, what the hell? Is that me?
But I thought I was here.
But I thought I was here. How can I be over there? But I'm what the heck?
Yes, it is me, the Gold Country bartender. I'm from here.
Why are you French?
are you French
What the
now?
fuck? Why are you French?
I am the bartender. Yeehaw. I love being from fields and eating corn and mud.
Real.
Pay no attention to me. I am just the host of this establishment.
Roll deception. Just roll deception. I just want to see.
I roll a 24 to deception.
Okay, and then everybody who's looking at Syndra, I want you to roll perception.
Why?
Because I want
Perception
to know
or
if your character.
insight?
Oh, insight actually.
Can I see outside of the card
You
shark?
can see him. You only see Syndro, and then a moment later you see the bartender, but they're acting much different.
I rolled a 5.
Barius, you just think that's the bartender now. You're like, what the heck? There's two of them.
How to get over there?
I rolled a 17.
Oh yeah, Orm, you know the Syndro is being incredibly goofy.
I rolled a 19 plus 4.
Yeah, you definitely know that Syndro. Yeah, you know he just.
I'm like 15 feet from him. I can see.
The bartender fully believes that's also him. He's like, what the heck?
What does Gabblegoose think?
Actually, let me roll for Gabblegoose. He's gotta be
yeah.
gravel. He's got a lot going on. He's a little bit confused, but he's pretty sure there was a warlock there. He's pretty sure that's not the bartender.
I want to say to Gabblegoose,
He's as bad as magic as you are at cards.
Shut up!
Yes, it is I, the bartender, a man of the land. I pour simple drinks and don't know the difference between type M or type O mortars.
Ooh, wow.
And is that Sindora's turn then?
Yes, that was my turn. I tripped, fell, got embarrassed, and disguised myself as the bartender.
Okay, the shark, you know, it's got 2 guys in there, so I'm gonna have its movement anyway. It still gets enough to move slowly towards Barrius. It is going to take an attack. It is going to attempt to bite you. Let me see. Oop, I just dropped my pen on my penis. Let me get that. There we go.
Okay, man.
Cut that. Oh, fuck, that one. Okay, it doesn't hit you at all. It completely whiffs it. It like doesn't even like try to like bite you directly. It just clicks its teeth together.
Snaps at me.
Yeah, basically. Moving on to Abernathy again. Abernathy currently being grappled, but they're going to attempt to cast a spell on you, Orm. They are whispering magic words while inside of the shark, and then you can start to feel, funnily enough, you can start to feel your clothes moving and tightening.
Please no.
They have disadvantage on attack rolls, right? Yeah.
But this is not an attack roll, this is a spell,
Okay.
so I'm going to need you to do a DC check for strength.
Strength, DC.
As your
is that-
clothes attempt to grapple you,
So that would be 13 if it's a DC check on strength.
your clothes come alive, and then they constrict around you, basically leaving you completely wrapped up in your own clothing.
But so, like I'm wearing like how would you describe that? Like a singlet, I guess. So it's just like pulling me.
Oh, like it's the mass.
Yeah, it's like a
also,
unitard.
It's basically giving you a super wedgie, but the mass of your clothing also begins to like extra fabric is like snaking out of it and around you.
What foul magic is this?
Don't mess with an animancer! I'll turn your clothes alive!
I don't like that.
That's kind of scary, yeah. It's kind of like a Goosebumps episode. What if your hat was alive and tried to eat you? And then let me peep here. Looks like it's the Cobra's turn. They're going to move 1 up, and then they're going to fire at Gustav.
Uh-oh.
You're going to take 8 damage. The pistol snake rears
8
back, and it
damage?
spits a bullet out like, and then it's going to fire directly at you, hitting you in the shoulder. However, I mean, you have time for a rebuttal or a post, if you will. It is now your turn, Gustav.
Oh my god. Okay. Holy freaking crap. I don't know what to do here. Guess I'll just have to shoot the card shark. I'm just gonna go a bit farther because now Gustav got scared all of a sudden. He's just gonna
He's gonna back up, yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna run behind a table because things are getting a bit heavy, and he's starting to have not a lot of health points, and thus he will run and use revolver once more. Dirty 20.
That's gonna be a hit.
Bam! Right at the card shark, and that is 3. Wait, give me a sec. that sucks. That sucks too much. Give me a sec. Can I do something?
Can you what?
He rolled it in the open. He's gonna put his hands over it and start playing liar's dice with it.
No, you rolled it in the open. That's already that's what
No,
it is.
I might be able to use something else, Brendan.
Okay,
I didn't
okay.
see it. I didn't see it.
I
Anyone
saw
else see it?
Get a bag of tricks.
That's kind of shit, but yeah, I hit bro for fucking 3.
You hit the card shark?
Yeah.
All right, your bullet,
Damn.
bing, it goes straight through a card. It's the spades, dude. Nice shot. You got it right through the spade.
Ooh, and now that also reduces its speed by 10 feet.
Okay.
Guess I'll shoot once some more. What? Bam! That's a 9. Oh, what? Bing, boom.
9 does not hit. It is a whiff.
Ah.
Yeah, it hits a bottle right next to the bartender. He goes, oh, and then he does a classic Western, like putting his hands over the head and then squatting back behind the bar. Turns over.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's all I did.
Okay. Orm, you are beginning this turn restrained. Roll another strength check to try to stop your animated clothing.
Roll 20. I want to flex my muscles and have my clothes explode off me.
I was just going to say your clothes, actually, you stretch and the purple magic just shines off, like explodes off of you, leaving your clothes intact. But if you want to be...
The best part is nobody sees it except fucking Gabblegoose.
You stare deep into Gabblegoose's eyes and you're like...
Am I still grappling him? Did he?
You're still
fail
holding
his-
onto him, yeah.
Ooh.
You're still
Okay.
holding onto him.
Cool. I'm gonna attempt to drag him out of the card shark.
Okay, you burst out of your clothes. You are basically
Naked is aside from like just a pair of simple breeches. You have some simple whitey tighties on. They have your name monogrammed on them.
I was thinking I just had a mosaic, but that works
Oh
too.
yeah, like The Sims. Okay, you can be naked if you want. If you want to go full naked.
No, I got whitey tighties on. He Gabblegoose is classy and decided not to control my underwear.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. It's weird. He feels the enemy.
That's weird, man. That's weird.
Are we talking like clean?
Did he shit at himself?
That's up
That
to
sounded awful and disgusting.
That's
Orm actually has
totally up to your imagination there. And
Did he
Bro,
pissed at
shit and
himself?
piss?
I'm imagining that the only thing that Orm walked into the bar with was a briefcase full of clean underwear and a couple of coins. So
That's pretty much right.
Okay.
I had some dumbbells in my bag, but I haven't picked those up yet. Anyway, I'm gonna attempt to drag him out of the card shark by like I assume I'm grabbing him by like the scruff of his shirt or something.
you know when in a video game or a movie where two characters are free falling and they're holding each other's shoulders?
Yes.
You basically are just gripping onto his shoulders as you both are rotating.
Okay. I'm gonna like tighten it on. I'm gonna try and latch on to like the table that's next to us and like pull us out of the card shark.
Okay.
What do you want to roll for that?
Acrobatics then.
Acrobatics? Perfect.
Yes,
I
sir.
love acrobatics. 12.
Man.
All right, you grab onto the table for a second, holding on to Gabblegoose with the other hand, and you begin to pull with your great and mighty strength. And then suddenly it just you can't find like full purchase. You can't get a full grip, and then you're flung back inside of the shark with Gabblegoose.
Flurry bow sign.
Get him.
You're playing Monk the right way.
Time to start wailing. 23. Am I still rolling with disadvantage? 19?
Yeah, it's a hit.
10 damage.
You punch him in the face, breaking his purple glasses, and you can see behind the closed lenses, his eyes are swirling with purple magic, and you break his nose. You just punch him and bop him in the face real quick, and he
Make the shark go!
Oh, you guys were mean to me.
17 to hit.
that's another hit.
5 damage.
You punch him again in the face. He is bleeding from every orifice, somehow still holding on just barely. You guys were so mean to me. His teeth are broken. You're just.
Make the shark go!
Go. If you want, honestly, if you want to do an intimidation.
I'll roll intimidation. 5.
His just broken teeth, his nose is whistling, he's just a blubbering mess. We are on to Barius. It is your turn once again.
Barius, not being able to get back to the liquor on the table there to get any more, is just gonna pull out his sword and swing at the card shark. 24 hits.
Yes, sir.
That is 9 damage. Second attack, 12, not quite as good.
12 does not hit, no.
Dang.
Yep, your first attack, you slide your sword through a series of cards, making a smooth yet satisfying cut. Like you're watching one of those TikTok videos where somebody's playing with slime, you're just like, ooh, yeah.
I was thinking kinetic sand.
Yeah, like playing with kinetic
yeah.
sand or watching a slime video. Yeah, just that like dude satisfaction when somebody throws a rock in a frozen lake and it goes boing, 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 boing.
Oh yes, baby.
And then the second attack, I mean, it just whiffs completely. Like you slice through a bunch of cards and then, but the card shark at this point is looking pretty low. Same with Abernathy.
All right, that's my whole turn.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the Cobra. They're gonna try to move away, so I'm gonna give you an attack of opportunity on it as it moves 2 spaces back.
Oh, that is a crit.
Yeah, absolutely. Run the damage.
19 damage.
You slash through this thing. You just start ripping it to shreds. It is basically just nothing. It is nothing. It absolutely like it is dead.
Cleft it in half.
Yep. However, as you slash at it as it dies, it does begin to glow red hot. It is going to explode in a 30 feet radius.
Oh,
30.
Yeah, well, it's, what is it? No. 30, okay, no, I did not mean that much.
30 is scary.
30 is scary. Okay, we're going to do 10 feet radius, so that's going to be a dex save from you.
Dex save. Come on, I just rolled so good. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, it misses you and it misses the card shark. The bullets, basically, you slash at it and you just cut its head off and the bullets fall down to the ground tinkling, but then they just start glowing red hot the second you've killed it and it explodes into a shower of bullets spraying all around. Somehow, once again, another beautiful Matrix dodge. You're Neo in the Matrix, you're just... And then it just passes harmlessly through the card shark. And it is back to Syndro since that Cobra is now dead.
I advance forward 10 feet, and then I stealthily prepare.
Yeah, you're still the barkeep, right?
Yes, I'm still the
Yeah.
barkeep. But as the barkeep, I'm moving up to be within 15 feet of the card shark. and I'm going to cast Burning Hands on it.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
If you're in the 15-foot cone of it, this is a dex save of 14.
The card shark will take all the damage from it because it acts as
Okay.
armor for anybody inside. So the cards will eat all of it.
It's full damage on a failed save and half damage on a successful.
What's the save?
14. It's 12 damage.
Okay, it's going to be full damage. The card shark did fail the save. So you were burning away, you're sloughing away cards from this creature. It is starting to look a little miserly with how many cards are left.
I have such amazing powers, I, the bartender. If only Syndra were here to help me with his stupendous powers.
Herbert you can hear him muttering to himself in the back, I never knew I could do that.
Yes, we could always do this. No, not you, future bartender.
Alrighty, we're going to move on to the shark. The shark is going to attack Barius once again.
Oh
Oh, that's a nat 20.
no!
Hey, it's fine.
Shit. More like a nat funny.
So that is going to be, 19 plus 6. That's going to be a 25.
25. Okay, well, I have Heavy Armor Master as a feat, so I'm only going to take 22.
And then since you are damaged, since this really hasn't happened except for with Orm, but Orm jumped in before I could explain, the shark does have advantage against bloodied any opponents that have taken damage. So it is smelling it bites down onto you, and it just grabs like a big chunk. It doesn't like fully rip it out, but it just grabs right onto your ribs, piercing through your armor, just thrashing about. And then as blood is leaking out of your wound, the shark, you can see the cards that form its eyes begin to switch. They change kind of like in a slot machine when you see the like ching ching ching. It changes from that into
bar.
Basically the cards are now they're heart cards now. They were aces of spades. Now they're aces of hearts.
Oh.
And then that was going to be the shark. Abernathy's turn. Abernathy's going to try to break out of the grapple.
I can change it to dexterity if I want.
Would you like it to be dex instead?
Yes.
Okay.
So 15. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Hey, can I use liar's dice, but you? No!
Wait. Abernathy breaks the grapple. Like he breaks out of your hold and then just what you can't understand a word he's saying, but he's probably saying something that he thinks is really cool. And then he is going to just honestly, he's out of his mind. He's lost a lot of blood. He's just gonna try to punch you.
I'm gonna deflect that attack.
He missed. He whiffed it.
Oh, he whiffed anyway? Okay, never
He whiffed
mind.
anyway,
That doesn't
yeah.
happen.
Damn.
He gets minus to strength checks. He is not a strong man. He rolled pitifully. That is his turn.
Wow.
Which leads us back to the other pistol snake, who is just going to take a shot at Syndro since they are within its reach and range. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
The pistol snake rears back its head, and you will take 6 damage from a bullet that will hit you directly in the shoulder. Actually, I've been doing shoulder a lot. Let's hit you in the ribs.
My lungs. How will I drink?
Syndro really confused about anatomy. All right, and then we are back to Gustav.
Okay, well,
my God.
well. Give me 1 sec.
Me when I live on a farm and I need some kind of water. Well, glad you laughed, Cameron. Thank you. I will say, the shark and Abernathy are low. They are beaten. They are bruised. The cards are a lot of the cards even within the shark are bent, and some of the cards are sliced up.
I'm gonna use my revolver. Pew! Oh, fucking 6! Damn!
You fired, and you missed it.
One more. Pow! Fuck! 8! Dude, what?
You fired.
Wait.
Up.
Okay, I'm not doing this. Give me 1 sec. I do have something I can use.
Oh.
I'm gonna use Grazing Shot. When I miss a range attack roll, I can expend 1 risk dice to deal damage to that creature equal to the roll of the die plus my dexterity modifier. So that's 4 plus 3. That's 7 damage on the card shark.
The card shark, you fired and you missed, the bullet harmlessly passing through. Honestly, this bullet, like Orm, as it travels through the card shark, you can see it and you go, oh! And then it fires and hits
He goes, Orm.
It's like in Flapjack when it's, you may have fooled the old lady and maybe the boy, but you can't fool when Captain Cuckles goes, oh! And the dog does a flip. I don't know if you have pop culture references, I don't know.
That is way
and then the second
like
shot,
the bullet passed right over my head.
Yeah, see? And then the second shot is going to pierce through a couple of the cards, dealing that 7 damage to the card shark, leading us to Orm's turn.
I'm pretty like, Gabblegoose pissed me off a little bit. Can I start just like swinging?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just gonna start I'm gonna do my unarmed strikes, but I'm just gonna start fucking hitting at the shark, like the cards, like trying to hit those as they fly past. So 18.
Takes it, makes it. That's a hit.
It's doing 6 damage to the card shark.
Alrighty.
Gonna go again. Does 8 hit?
8 does not hit.
Damn. All right, my last focus point. I'm gonna start my flurry of blows now. These, I after missing the card shark, my attention refocuses on Gabblegoose.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Yeah, don't even roll the damage. You rear back, you punch the card shark a couple of times, then your fury, your ire turns to Gabblegoose. Gabblegoose just, you guys were so mean to me. How can this be happening? You rear back your fist while you're in the air floating inside of the card shark, and you do a swift uppercut to the jaw. Just slow motion, like you can hear bells ringing, like teeth shattering. It just, and Gabblegoose.
You just IOTa'd that guy.
Yeah, you punch him straight clean up into the jaw, and as you do it, Gabblegoose, he falls unconscious, and then just the blood, it's too much.
He's not standing there waiting for my fatality? Like...
I mean, he could be if you want him to be.
Yeah,
He's just dazed, he's just like, get over here!
What are my inputs?
He forgot them and he just fell down.
Quarter circle, up, left, BA, start.
Mortal Kombat technically doesn't have quarter circles, but okay, whatever.
I was going to say the same thing. I'm rules lawyering now.
Alright, I rolled a 12 for my fatality.
Alright, you straight up, you uppercut him, and then your second fist comes as he's get over here, like floating in the middle of this purple haze inside of the card shark, and you punch through him.
Nice.
Like through him?
Through him.
Oh my god.
As his body falls in the void, so too does the magic begin to dissipate. You can see the snake fall to a pile of bullets on the outside, and Orm inside of the card shark just poof, all the cards just fall to the ground, and Abernathy, the only thing left
he's like hanging off my arm as my fist is still through him.
Yeah, he's just there. He has passed. He has expired.
I'm gonna lift him up over my head and like still arm through him and just go, hey!
The cheating man is dead. What a wonderful night for my bar.
While everybody is distracted, can I,
go to steal all the gold on the table that's left.
Well, I don't know about steal. I'm just gonna pick it up.
You can start
without
picking up the
anybody. Yeah, I'm just gonna start picking up the gold without anybody looking my way.
Yeah, you make loud clanking gold sounds as you try to
motherfucker! And I fall on it.
I notice and I want to fling Gabblegoose's body at the table with all of the gold on it.
Barrius is going to saunter over to and not swing it, but just gently put his the tip of his greatsword towards where Gustav's hands were.
I'm throwing the body as hard as I can at the table.
Roll strength. Yep.
Athletics.
Athletics. Roll
break
athletics.
the table for no fucking reason.
I rolled a 5. I rolled an 8.
Yeah, you try to fling the body, but it gets stuck on the end of your fist, and then you basically are trying to it's like stuck on you. You're like flinging it around in your arm, and then it just falls to the ground. The bartender gets up and saunters
Which
over
one?
to the mess. The real bartender, the one that is not Cinder disguised as a bartender.
Wait, there's two?
Wow. Oh, you fellas sure did. Oh, you fellas sure did take care of that. I appreciate it. You know what? Rest of the night, drinks on me. Free drinks. I'll start a tab. I won't even start a tab. I'll clear your tab. Y'all, I'm going to start cleaning up this mess, and if you need anything, you let me know.
Well, that just happened.
Amazing. Thank you.
I want to perform unarmed strike on Gustav.
What the fuck?
25.
What, are you serious?
Yeah, you punch him right in the gut.
Why would you do that? How much damage do I take?
It's only I pull my punch, I do a 5 damage.
Keep hitting him. By the way, I'm not the bartender. It was I, Syndro, the whole time.
What a reveal!
Syndra, you were still here the whole time? I was going to start divvying the money up 3 ways. I thought you ran.
Syndro would not run from not this fight. No, we didn't. There are some fights that one day I may run from, but not that one we have won.
As the night continues on, you all engage in revelry. You begin to share stories. You start having fun. You start beginning just kind of to feel this bond of camaraderie against these others who have come to Joker's end.
Wow.
Did I find any more clothes, or am I still like just wearing my underwear?
Yeah, the bartender gets you some ragged, basically a lost and found box. He gets you like a cool leather duster and a nice like cowboy hat if you want to wear
Right.
it.
So, but I'm just naked underneath the duster though. Like.
Yeah, you're just naked underneath me. Yeah.
Nice.
He's like, here, let me get this for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the drinks keep flowing, and the night becomes one of full revelry. Barrios is overjoyed. You can feel the spirit of revelry in the air, even like you are fully like ensconced within it. This is a wonderful night once taking care of Abernathy, and the blood is almost cleaned up.
Oh, we were just fucking partying in blood.
And while the bartender was cleaning up things as he went, you know, he offered you the facilities. You could wipe up any mess you may have gotten on yourself. He even provided a first aid kit so you can begin like suturing your wounds and your clothes as you wanted to.
What happened to Gabblegoose's body?
It's just laying there, basically. Like he
We're just keeping a corpse there as a reminder.
he's trying to clean up the blood, and then he's like, what do you fellas think I should do with this guy?
Check him out front.
Sounds good enough to me. Just treat him like a deadbeat. I'll call the local undertaker. We'll get him in a box tomorrow.
Have you checked his pockets?
Yeah, I mean, he had a couple of things. He had this weird thing on him.
A cheating device of some kind?
No, it's some kind of weird crystal wrapped around some kind of metal. I don't really know what it is, but it looks like it was bound to him. He wasn't able to like take it off. So I mean, I've worked a little bit with mages before, and I can kind of feel something emanating from it.
Does it look like it could fetch for a decent price?
Maybe. I never seen like it before. If y'all want to take a look at it, I'm just gonna take this body out, and then y'all just continue drinking. I appreciate it, fellas.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bar where he is. I'm gonna check a look at this thing.
It seems to be a small metal square. With a blue crystal inside. It's slowly glowing and swirling with energy inside of the crystal itself.
Can I roll like history or something?
Perception or Arcana?
I'm gonna roll Arcana. I rolled a 17.
19.
Both of you, as you're examining this small thing, something unnatural about it. It doesn't feel like it's from anywhere that you can remember. It doesn't feel even like it's from this world. It's almost like it's emanating some kind of weird energy. Something that isn't quite right with this. Like it just feels unnatural.
Does it feel bad? Do I get bad vibes?
You do get boost gumps. You do get some boost gumps from it.
Ooh. I start shivering and my beret starts flying in the air and falls back down.
Since the night has been wearing on, day starts to break as you begin to examine this device, and suddenly it starts just beeping.
What is that doing?
The door to the saloon swings open, and it's not the bartender. Somebody walks in. They have a wide-brimmed hat. It looks like they're wearing some kind of pastor's vestments. They look like kind of like the local undertaker, but as you get a closer look at them, you see that they're not made of flesh, they're made of metal. Red eyes gleam underneath their hat, and on their back is a gigantic cross.
You motherfucker.
Well, look at what we have here. Howdy, fellas. Looks like you take care of my work for me. I appreciate that.
He steps to a chair and puts his cross down next to him.
He give you any trouble?
He was a shitty card player.
He was kind of a shitty card player.
Yeah. Well, he's not from around these parts, I'm not really from around these parts either. I just a little business to attend to, a little bounty to collect, so if you don't mind handing me that chip there, I will mosey on my way and be out of your hair.
What is this device?
Well, that right there's a bounty chip. Now, if you're from this backwater place, you may not know about those, but it's fine. I mean, from time to time, people like to hide out here. It's quite on quite the outside of the verse, if you know what I mean.
I do not know what you mean.
I wouldn't think you would. A couple of backwater yokels from basically a type 1, type 2 planet like you. I understand, it's fine, strangers come and go as often, but preachers, they get work done.
What's this automaton saying?
I don't like the tone of your voice, fella.
You remind me of a fella I knew. Not a fella I like either. Regardless, you hand over that bounty chip and everything will be A-okay.
Well, listen. If it's a bounty chip, I mean, we did a little bit of the work for you. I think it's only fair if we get a little cut.
Indeed, I would argue we did nearly all of the work in his case.
Yeah, I thought you might say that. Well, boys, it's really been a pleasure, but I'm gonna have to get that back, and it looks like things are gonna get kind of perilous.
A mysterious metal man walking around collecting bounties. What could that be all about, huh? Maybe you should check out our main campaign, Subliminal Space, to find out more about this imposing little fella, starring all the same people and antics as this one shot. This whole project was one of the biggest we've ever done on this channel, and it would not have been possible without the incredible work from our crew. Huge thanks to Lucca Ferreira for the character art, Ray Solar for the video assets and logo, Noa Kriukova for the enemy art, Boo for the animated portraits, Pat in jail for editing the video, and everyone at Mage Hand Press for creating this awesome world and making this all possible. And to add on to this choo-choo train of thankfulness, the fuck am I saying? Here's a huge thanks to all of our top patrons. Alan Diver, Boopulu, Brain Soup, Brass, Cassandra Crash, Chipples, Chips, Chris Chapman, Devo, not the band, DX Studios, Edward McMillan, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Geef, Generic Phoenix, Gwyd Iron, Guy Beam, Heretic Shark, Invictus Echo, Lambda Man, Leo the Geotech, Lucavia, Mr. Starchy, Mr. Shirt, Philosophicool, Presta Husk, Rat Supreme, Spherical May, Sponge Guy, Synthetic Pacifist, The Frost Ace, Trading Bark, Tritty Bird, Toucan Farbin, Ulbert, Will9455, and Woodstock. Thank you so much for listening, thank you so much for making this possible, and we'll see you in the main campaign for soon.